great job that time by Jackson Stanball. You know, the key is controlling the counts, getting ahead early. When you get hitters with 2 strikes, that drops their batting average about 200 points. And that time, an excellent 0-2 pitch there kind of sawed him off, and a big second out there for the sophomore Jackson Stanball.
So here's Caden Looser digging in, center fielder. First pitch, boy, he had a rip. He wasn't guessing. He sat first pitch fastball, got it, but couldn't connect. Hitting .333 on the season. Looking at an 0-1 count here. Long look at the runner at second. Mag will drift back into his spot. This one fairly well struck into center field, but again, nothing with that wind today. It's going to take an exceptional poke to get it even over the heads of the outfielders, much less out of here. So the damage kept to a minimum. It could have been a lot worse. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left the board. We're through 1/2 inning. Kalida 1, Ayersville coming to the plate. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
One-half inning in the books on a beautiful but very breezy afternoon at Ayersville as the Pilots welcoming the Kalida Wildcats. 10-1 on the season, ranked in Division number 7, one of the most elite teams that you're going to see anywhere, much less take to the near cornfields of Ayersville here. But there you take a good look at the half of the battery right now as finishing his warm-up pitches. That would be the catcher, Adam Backrath. Thank you very much. As he has finished warming up, Jackson Steckschulte, the senior. As the wind's blowing everything around here, we can tell you Jackson Steckschulte, the ace of this staff. He's got 4 wins against no losses in 5 games played, 24 innings pitched. He's allowed 16 hits, 6 runs, only 4 earned. He's walked 8 while striking out 23, so roughly a 3-to-1 ratio. How about this, Scoop? A 1.16 ERA, and opponents hitting sub-200 against him.
Yeah, you have to love it. Opponents sitting below the Mendoza line at 186. This is the 5th start for Steckschulte. You mentioned a perfect 4-0. He has a 3-to-1 strikeout walk ratio. So, again, a guy that really does a great job controlling the count. He's more of a 3-pitch mix guy. You'll see a steady dose of fastball, curveball, changeup.
Not going to overpower you. He's very much a pitch-to-contact type of guy, as are both pitchers. Again, sometimes I think it's so easy to get caught up in the major league mindset, Scoop, especially at the prep level. There's a reason you have 8 defenders behind you. You don't need to strike every guy out.
Well, that's so important that you have that mindset, because really what you want to happen, you want guys to hit your pitch. You know, you don't have to strike guys out. You get guys to hit your pitch in high school baseball, you're going to win a lot of games, and certainly Jack Steckschulte is a testament to that.
Ryan Mag digs in from the left side, senior. He will be playing at the next level, hitting .273 on the season. He's looking at a 2-2 count. Infield is in. We'll set to trying to nibble on that outside corner. That was a pitcher's pitch, and it just missed by Steckschulte.
It's a great pitch by Steckschulte. You got 2 strikes on the guy. You try to backdoor him on a curveball.
Instead, he runs the ladder high and tight. This one lifted, foul territory, but that wind's going to push it out of play, so Mag draws another pitch. Let's go ahead and set the Ayersville lineup for you. This is going to be the batting order. Ryan Mag, again, the senior, leading things off. He will be followed by second baseman Colton Dockery. Dockery struggling, hitting below the Mendoza line as Mag fouls this one back. Andrew Barrick, the senior catcher, bats third. Owen Lloyd will hit cleanup. Lloyd hitting .280 with 11 RBI. That's number 2 on the team. Chris Steingass at first. Jackson Stanball will hit for himself. Bottom third of the order, the freshman Alex Sigler at third. Hunter Hazelton in left, and Dylan Brown, the right fielder, in the 9-hole as Ryan Mag, a quality at bat, tosses it aside as he draws a 2-strike walk. Just like that, this time it's Ayersville's turn to have the leadoff man aboard.
Great job by Mag, the senior. A 7-pitch at bat. He's able to coax the walk. And again, that's just how you kind of order things up. And that brings up number 2 hitter Colton Dockery, the senior, hitting $136. But again, early sample size. Right now, you just have to find a way to force Steckschulte to control the count. Right now, Dockery on top, 1-0.
Well, Dockery has an on-base percentage of .355, and Scoop, he's got a good eye. Even though he's hitting sub-Mendoza line, he does have 8 walks on the season, so he's hitting in that 2-hole for a reason. Yeah,
as a coach, I don't look too close at those, batting averages. The thing I look at is on-base percentage. You got to find a way to get on base. We've all watched Moneyball, know the importance of getting on base.
This one popped up on the infield as he squared to bunt. A little confusion, but a nice job by Jackson Hoffman, the third baseman, to come in and take charge on the infield for the first out.
That's a great play by Hoffman. You want to try to call off your pitcher, and that time he read it very well. Once he saw Dockery square up, he came charging hard. When that ball went upstairs, it made it an easy play for Hoffman. And a big first out that keeps Ryan Mack on first base for that Kalida defense.
Andrew Barrick, senior catcher, digging in. He squares to bunt as well, and this one popped up. It's down the third base line. This is going to be the catcher's play or nobody's, and the throw takes Clausing off the bag. Mag rounding second. He will go into third, and the big lumbering catcher says, I'm happy with 90 feet. So I think he wouldn't have legged that out. That's got to be a throwing error, but just the same, runners corners now as Ayersville threatening here in the bottom of the first.
Well, I love it. That's a senior really making a heady play. Barrick certainly not known for his foot speed.
Nope.
Lays down the perfect bunt, and when Bachrath could not field that on the big hop, that was going to be trouble, and that throw sails wide. And just like that, Ayersville had runner at the corners with just 1 out.
That'll bring up center fielder, the senior Owen Lloyd, hitting .280 on the season. He's got 11 RBI. He's looking for number 12 to tie this game up. He's hitting .333 with runners in scoring position. He's got a golden opportunity here with runners at the corners and only 1 away. As Steckschulte in a mild jam deals. This one pulled but foul, first base side. Let's set the defense for Kalida for you. We gave you the Ayersville batting order. Let's take a look at who's playing behind Jack Steckschulte. As there you see the senior pitcher. Sophomore Adam Beckrath is behind the plate. From left to right on the infield, it goes junior, senior, junior. Jackson Hoffman, Nathan Cayley, Braylon Smith, and Griffin Clausing. From left to right in the outfield, it goes junior, senior. Logan Kerner, Caden Lucer, and Jacob Siebenek.
And right now, if you're Owen Lloyd, you have to be situational right here. If you got a guy on third, less than 2 outs, make sure you find a way to drive home a run.
Oh, nice stop by Beckrath, getting out of his crouch there, getting in front of it, ball 2.
Yeah, that was a big bend. That was more like a slurred ball. It had a lot of not just vertical run, but also lateral movement to it.
This one misses upstairs as he brings a fastball.
This is the second 3-ball count given up here by Jack Steckschulte.
Yep.
First one resulting in the 7-pitch walk to Ryan Mag.
The 3-1. Boy, I'm not sure what Lloyd was looking for. That looked like, I wouldn't call it a straight change. It had a little bit of late glove side run. Was that a 2-seamer or more maybe of a 3/4 fastball?
Well, he does change his arm slot there. It was definitely an off-speed pitch, and this one's going to be down in the cellar.
Well, tell you what, Coach Adams was getting a little risky as he sent Barrick with the pitch on 3-2 with only 1 out, but it's ball 4, and just like that, Ayersville has the bases loaded for the 5-hole Chris Steingas.
And Steingas, a good guy to have up this situation. .258 hitter, .395 on base percentage. He leads the team in doubles. And right now we're going to have a quick mound visit here by the Wildcat. Just try to settle Steckschulte down a little bit. He's kind of hurt himself by getting into those hitters' counts. He's got to do a better job of attacking his own early. And right now in Steingas, he's a solid hitter, but he's also a high strikeout guy.
Yes.
So right here, you don't have to get a lot of strikeouts. This might be an ideal time for Steckschulte to come up with his first K of the afternoon. with the bases juiced and just one out.
I'm just thinking outside the box a little bit here. You tell me if this is a legit thought or not, but do you go with a potential safety squeeze here if you're Ayersville?
I don't think so, just because you've got the force out situation. If it's second and third, I think it would be ideal, or even first and third would be ideal. But again, I think the fact that you've got both corners in heavily on the grass, I think they're going to try to take that away.
1-0 the count. Boy, he busted him inside. Steingas really dropped the barrel of the bat around, but fouls it straight back. It was one thing that the Kalida coaching staff said, Jack Steckschulte is not afraid to pitch inside. He will bust you tight, and there he runs you away with that nasty-looking slurve, and Steingas swings over it for strike two.
Yeah, good-looking slurve that time. Had plenty of glove side movement to it, and after setting him up inside, he now is on top of Steingas, 1-2.
Steckschulte dealing out of the stretch, and Steingas wants some time.
And right now, if you're Steingas, you have to be situational. Look for something you can hit on the ground here that's going to drive home a run. I'm not sure a fly ball will do it today the way the wind's coming in.
Well, situational, but you also have to be protecting here with 2 strikes. So it's the devil you know or the devil you don't. Is this one fouled back?
Again, Steckschulte understands that the importance right here. You gave up a run early. You want to try to come back. Again, you have to find a way to put this ball in play.
The 1-2. Steckschulte from the stretch deals a nasty-looking slider, but it misses in the cellar.
That's a good-looking pitch that time by Steckschulte. He started right at Steingas that time, but it had so much run to it. Ended up going downstairs just a bit.
2-2, and he adjusted there. It started right at Steingas, broke over the heart of the plate, and that is just a nasty pitch for a Premier Bank strikeout.
Yeah, that was a filthy pitch. Again, kind of the same pitch, but he made the adjustment. He threw it a little bit higher. That ball was heading at Steingas, but it had that late run to it, and that caught plenty of the plate. A big punch out for for Steckschulte, his first of the afternoon. It comes at a great time for the Wildcat defense.
He just jelly-legged Steingas. That was an absolutely lane-changing slider. So with 2 down, Stambaugh with a chance to help out his own cause. A runner at every base, first pitch swinging, popped up. The wind is going to make this adventurous into foul territory right side, ranging over and making the catch. Griffin Clausing, and the Pilots threaten, but are turned away here despite loading them up with less than 2 outs. No runs on no hits, 1 error, and a base occupied by every Pilot possible, but no runs scored. We're going to take a quick timeout. We head to the top of the second. Kalida 1, Ayersville 0. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
We welcome you back to Ayersville as we head to the top of the second. Wildcats scored a run on the top of the first. Ayersville threatened by loading the bases, but were turned away on some nifty clutch pitching by Steckschulte. That would be Jack Steckschulte. You see there, good look from our first base camera. I'd like to welcome Sean, the newest member of our DCTV crew. Gorgeous afternoon, but man, that wind it's a zephyr blowing across the diamond. From left to right, it will be right into your living room by that camera shot. As the top of the second, we'll bring up 6, 7, and 8. Jack Steckschulte, Jackson Hoffman, and Adam Backrath taking their first cuts of the afternoon against Pilot hurler. Right there, you take a look at him, Jackson Stambaugh.
Yeah, and right now for Stanball, an important inning. Now, you lost the first inning, but you minimized things. You gave up just the 1 run. So right now, throw up a 0, keep this a 1-0 ball game until your offense can get untracked.
Steck Schulte will dig in from the right side. Steck Schulte hitting .320 on the season. Out of the 6 hole. Righty-righty matchup. Stanbaugh deals. Good movement on that pitch. Cuts on the inside corner. He'll front door you with that. Strike 1.
What's so important, if you can throw the ball on either side of the plate, you know, a lot of high school guys refuse to go inside.
Oh, that one barreled up into left, but right at Hunter Hazelton. He almost came in a little too far, but reaches up and plucks it out of midair. That's not a fly out, that's a line out to left field, 1 away.
A great job by Hazelton. Some of the times those atom balls are the toughest kind when you're an outfielder. That ball was really hit on the screws by Steck Schulte, but a big first out for that Pilot defense.
So digging in. Jackson Hoffman. Swing and a miss here. Hoffman hitting out of the 7 hole. Hitting just a .154. Takes a ball low.
You know, Huffman does have an on-base percentage north of 300 at .324 last year. Was honorable mention all Putnam County League baseball team.
This one a little late as he drips the barrel of the bat down into the zone and fouls it straight back, 1-2.
That's a great pitch that time by Stanball. You know, he has to be able to locate low, keep the ball down there, but that's a tough pitch to square up.
Whoa, little chin music. Actually more like head music because that was above the visor. And again, early sample size here, Scoop, but when Stanbaugh reaches back trying to hump it up, it looks like he's just missing high. Is that uncommon for young pitchers?
Well, that's very common. A lot of that has to do with your stride length. You know, so it's important that you really try to finish on that. You take that little bit longer stride. It's going to help your foul through. It's going to help keep that ball downstairs.
Well, he's shown some patience here, although Stanbaugh has missed high on the last 2 offerings, and the count now runs full. Payoff pitch, well hit, but the wind's going to knock that down. This is going to be trouble, and it's going to fall in no man's land. Mag couldn't get there. Lloyd was playing over, and nobody's over at second. There's going to be a bang-bang play, and they get him. Well, he tried to stretch an extra 90, thinking nobody was covering, and in all honesty, nobody was, but that's just a great job. Was that the first baseman? Was that Steingas that came over and made that tag?
No, that was Dockery. That time,
okay.
Dockery either fell asleep or he was trying to decoy Huffman into taking second base, but again, he realized just in time that, hey, that's my bad. I think he thought that was going to be caught, and he stayed home. But a heads-up play there. Really on both sides. I have no problem with the runner trying to stretch that out there into a double with 1 out, especially when the base was certainly empty and vacated for a long time.
So a single, but thrown out at second base makes it 2 up, 2 down, as this one's a chopper deep at